So the first concept that you guys need to grasp is delayed gratification. The reason that so many guys are stuck beating their meat, watching pornography and all this, is because it's right there at your fingertips on your phone. You're able to just get that instant gratification. That stimulus is right there for you whenever you want. You just press a few buttons and then you're watching porn. It's like literally that easy. When it's that easy, it becomes so hard to resist. And obviously all men have these innate sexual urges that need to come out in one way or another. And when you have things like that at your fingertips, it kind of prevents you from going out to talk to girls in the real world because you don't really see a point to it. I mean, my old way of thinking before I was on NoFap, and many of you guys probably think like this now, is why would I go out there and try to embarrass myself, get rejected in front of some hot girl when I can just watch pornography on my phone and get, you know, what I think is the same sexual release. It's good to see that NoFap's becoming more of a mainstream thing now, just because it's something that's been needed to get addressed for a while. Pornography is creating a lot of weak men in modern society, and that is not okay. And if you're watching this video, you're already taking the first step. You're already cognizant of the fact that there's more to life than just beating your meat every day and being scared to talk to the girls you want. And that's where NoFap comes in, and I really think that it's what saved my life and is just going to keep propelling me forward. The main reason that all of you guys should be getting on NoFap is not to get girls, but it's so that you don't feel like a loser when you wake up. It's so that you're being productive and you're pushing your goals and your dreams. And you're not just lounging around the house watching pornography, feeling drained and depressed, like wondering if you'll ever get better. You know, so that's the reason that all of you guys should be getting on NoFap, is so you can actually feel good about yourself for once. And that is going to be the main driving force, that main motivator for you to get girls on NoFap, is because your sexual urges are still going to be there, guys, but if you aren't willing to give in to the pornography and the masturbation that's like literally at your fingertips, then you can't just like go without girls the rest of your life, you know? I mean, maybe you could if you're a monk or something, but I wouldn't want to do that. So the way you're going to do it is you're going to go out and actually talk to women in the real world. And for a lot of us guys, that task seems really daunting because we've been watching girls just get absolutely like ran through on our phones for years and years, and it's just like ingrained in your mind that women almost don't even seem human, and they just seem so hard to talk to because you've pedestalized them so much by just continuing to watch porn and like jerk off to them every day. So what you need to do is get on NoFap for at least 3 weeks, probably a month. And that's what that's going to do, is that's going to clear all the brain fog in your head. It's going to like reset you in a way where you don't view women like that and you view them as just everyday people that you can talk to, because I mean, that's really all they are. And once you get on NoFap for a month or longer, you're going to have this aura of self-improvement, optimism, positivity, and just really feeling genuinely good about yourself and about your life and the direction it's going. And guys, once you get on NoFap, please don't get discouraged if you're really nervous to talk to girls and your heart is just pounding. It feels like it's going to jump out of your chest because you see a cute girl walking that you want to talk to. That still happens to me, and I was on NoFap for like 10 months at one point. I don't think that ever goes away. I think you just get so like desensitized to it and you kind of just push it out of your head and you ignore it a little bit. Whenever you're in the gym, the grocery store, or just wherever you are in your day-to-day life and you happen to see a girl that you find attractive, that you want to talk to, what needs to happen is you need to pull the trigger immediately and go up to her. And the further you are in NoFap, the more and more chance you have of doing that, like right at the snap of your fingers. If you think about it more and more, and I talked about this analogy in the last video, is it's like looking down on a cliff where you're gonna jump into the water below a cliff, right? So you're looking down, you're like, oh crap, I'm so high up. And the longer and longer you think about it, the longer and longer you think about whether or not you're gonna jump, the less and less chance you have of actually jumping. And that's where that analogy comes in, is because the longer and longer that you stare at an attractive girl and you're just staring for 3, 4, 5 minutes and you just won't go up to her because your heart is pounding and you just can't do it, there's a very little chance you're gonna do it. Like, you need to pull the trigger within the first few seconds of seeing her. The first few seconds of having that thought pop in your head that you want to talk to her, you need to take action. And it's not something that's gonna happen right away. I'm still working on this now. Because, you know, let's be honest, like, it is difficult at first for guys that don't talk to girls, guys that have just watched porn their whole life. Like, it's hard to just go up because you think, oh, she has a boyfriend, or oh, I'm a creep, or oh, that's weird. I get it, I was there too. But I think that it's only weird if you make it weird. And why would she not want to talk to a guy of value that is on his grind, is improving himself every day? Think of it this way, guys. Would you rather go and talk to that attractive woman for a few minutes, face your fears, get rejected? Let's say worst case scenario, you get rejected. Absolute worst case, you get rejected. She says, no, I'm not interested, and you walk away and you're like, okay, well, at least I did it, at least I know. or you stare at her for 5 minutes looking like a bit of a creep, not gonna lie, and then you just go get in your car and leave, and the whole car ride home you're just like, why did I, you know what I mean? Like, which is worse, honestly? Which is worse? Because I know that I'd rather get rejected than feel regretful about not talking to a girl that I thought was attractive. Don't even worry about what to say to these chicks. It really doesn't matter, as long as you just go up to her with confidence, say hello, ask for her name, compliment her outfit, just say you like her style, her vibe, her energy, just say whatever fucking shit comes in your mind. Like, it really doesn't matter. You're just doing this to train that muscle to like push yourself to go talk to girls that you think are attractive, rather than like stay back on the sidelines and just watch some other confident guy do it. There comes a point when if you keep putting this off and you don't take action and you don't go for the women that you want to go for and improve your social skills, there comes a point where it like legitimately becomes weird in society, and we view it as like a social stigma. So like if you're in like your mid-30s or whatever, you can't just go on a college campus and start hitting on girls. Like, that's going to be seen as weird. So you guys need to get this taken care of young, like as soon as you possibly can. And by no means am I saying that there's no hope for you if you're in your mid-30s, 40s, even the 50s. I think that your scope of what's acceptable and what's not acceptable kind of starts to narrow the older you get, which is why some of you young guys need to get this shit taken care of right now. You can't just be watching from the sidelines anymore. You need to get on NoFap. You need to feel good about yourself. You need to go talk to people. Be charismatic, confident in yourself, project yourself well. Don't give yourself to people. That's a huge mistake. Don't like throw so much of yourself onto a girl. You kind of just want to like keep the laid back, chill vibe. Don't be too serious, just loosen up. That's another thing NoFap does, is, I like that word a lot. That's another thing NoFap does, is it gets you loose. Like, it doesn't get you all tight where you're just like, oh, how was your day? Oh, it was good, yes. What are you know? It's not like that. It's just like, man, how you doing today? You having a good day? Hell yeah, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you're just more charismatic, you're more loose, and that is someone that girls want to be around. That's someone that attractive girls want to be around. Try doing that after beating your meat watching porn for an hour. Try going out right after that and talking to girls. Like, you simply cannot do it. Like, you simply cannot be loose. I don't know, maybe some of you can, but I know for me, I couldn't. And this shit really works. This shit really works. When you retain your sexual energy, you start to feel so good about yourself. So again, guys, this was more of like a general overview. I didn't get into other things like body language, tonality, how to dress, what to say specifically. Not really getting into all that. I'm kind of just trying to give you guys the big picture here. And I think a big goal of this video was for me to really like put it in perspective for you guys and kind of scare you a bit, because once you get older and you start maybe not looking as good as you did in your youth, and you don't have as much going for you, you're gaining weight, like whatever the case may be, and you've only been with like one woman your whole life, like, do you really think that you're gonna be like happy with yourself and fulfilled? I know I wouldn't anyways. I know if I was like in my 40s and I had only been with one girl, that was my wife, I would like probably like resent her at a certain point, because I'd see all these other young guys holding hands and stuff, and I'd just be like, damn, why didn't I do that when I was younger? So that's what I want you guys to do, is I want you just remember that rejection is always better than regret. Let me say that again. Rejection is always better than regret. Always. Always. No exception. Because at least you know that maybe she did have a boyfriend, maybe she wasn't interested, but you're not left with that uncertainty when you're driving away wondering, what could have come from that? Because this is another motivating factor. I'm just gonna leave you guys with this last thought, is how many girls do you think that are within your orbit, just when you're walking around, grocery store, gym, beach, mall, just anywhere, are into you, like would sleep with you, would potentially have a relationship with you? Just think about that. Just how many girls you see that you don't say anything to that would probably be down for that. Even if only 10% of girls like you, that's still like tens of thousands of hundreds of thousands of chicks in your area, in the world. You know what I mean? Let me just leave you guys with that. If you were to just say hi to that girl, then who knows, you could get her number, go on a date, things go further. But that will only come for most of you guys, not for all you guys, but for most of you guys, if you get on NoFap. If you're lacking confidence, if you're feeling depressed, if you feel like you can't talk to women, if you feel regretful about not doing it, if you feel guilty where you see other guys doing it and you're just like, why am I on the sidelines? Please get on NoFap. It will answer so many things in your life. It'll push you to do things you never thought you could. It'll get you out of your comfort zone. It'll get you out of your head. At least it did for me. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna leave you with that. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay up, boys.